Hi, and thanks for joining me again for this, the 5th video in our digital marketing video series. In this video, we'll look at how we can invite our delegates to our marketing event, having now created all of the collateral we need to manage this process efficiently. The first thing we need to do is create our marketing list. Go to the marketing section of CURO and then scroll to the marketing list entity. Select New. Complete the form selecting the member type and whether the list is static or dynamic. A static list remains as is until you add more delegates manually. A dynamic list always updates based on the original query used to find the records in the first place. Both are valuable in their own right, depending on whether you're doing a one-off campaign or whether you intend running the campaign many times and wish to include more people in the campaign as they meet the criteria of the list. Once the marketing list record has been completed, save it and close it. Now let's go and find the contacts we'd like to invite to our campaign. Under the Know Your Client section of the contact, there is an entity called Interests. This is quite useful as it allows you to associate your contacts with any interest at all and then group them. We've recorded an interest in a system called digital marketing. The best way of finding records in CURO is to use the Advanced Find tool. From the Contacts entity, open up the Advanced Find tool. You'll see my starting point is Active Contacts. The Advanced Find tool will default to the query used to find all active contacts in the system. Now we wish to query a related entity called Interests, and so scroll down past all of the available fields against which you can run a query in CURO until you get to the section called Related Entities. Once here, you can see that there is a related entity called Interests. Select it. This will now allow you to select from a list of fields available to query in the interest record. The field we want is called Name. Now let's set up the query to find all active contacts who have an interest recorded with a name that contains the word marketing. Click the Find icon, and here they are. Select everyone in the list, and then add them to the marketing list. You can look up the marketing list that we've just created and add them like so. Having set up the marketing list, we can now send our campaign. Go to Email Sends under the Email Marketing section of CURO. Create a new email send record and then associate it with the email template that we created in video 3 of this series. This preloads a number of fields on the form. Complete the rest of the mandated fields and any other fields that you might find useful. Save the record and now select the marketing list you want. Having added the marketing list, we're now ready to send the email. Before we do, it's just worth pointing out some of the functions available to us for each campaign we run. We can test our campaign by sending it to our test email. We can run a split test. This means that if we had a large list of contacts and wanted to test the effectiveness of, say, 2 different email template designs, then we could do so. The split test allows me to send half of my test group the first template and the other half receive the second template. After a predetermined time, the template that is opened by the most people from the first group wins, and the rest of my mailing list receives the winning template, thus maximising the chances that it will get read. The click heat map shows me which of the links people clicked on when they received the email, and the email stats then give me details of all of the emails that were opened, rejected, and so on. This information helps improve your marketing approach over time as you learn what drives your email list members' behaviours. Okay, we're now ready to launch our campaign. Click Send. Confirm that you have permission to contact the people on your marketing list, and that's it. A few minutes later, your email will arrive. And here it is. In the next video, we'll look at the entire journey as Scott Tempest orders his tickets to your event.